Hi everyone, I am doing the video like I promised on the chakra system. I've told a lot of you that I will make it as brief as I can. There is a lot of information to go over. I'm only going to touch today on the 7 chakras in the system. And I'm going to go over the color of them, the location of where they're at, what it's feeling like in your body or your world when it's balanced, what it feels like or what you could possibly be going through when it's overactive or underactive. And I believe that's it. I'm going to try and make it again as brief as I can and just put it in plain English for those of you that have been asking for this video. Because you don't even know about the chakra system and anything. So I do have a lot of notes, so I might be looking down a little bit. So just please bear with me and we'll get through it. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and start off with, like I said, the 7 chakra systems in the body. And I will go over the root chakra, which is the base chakra first. And we'll work our way up and go from there. So the root chakra is actually where your safety, your protection, and your trust is located within your energetic field and how you're feeling within your body. The root chakra is at the very base of your spine, and it is exactly what it sounds like. The color of this chakra is red, and it is of the earth, and when you're feeling grounded, it is actually the tree trunk, the feet, your feet, the roots, your very base, your beginning of life, where everything stems from. Usually, when we talk about the root chakra, we talk about, oh man, you need to be grounded, or if you're feeling a little bit too far in your head, you'll hear people say, oh, you need grounding, and you're like, I don't even know what that is. That's what they mean is the root chakra, and that is typically where you are holding a lot of traumas or past life stuff, and although all of the whole energy body is holding a lot of that, again, the root is the base. You want to get to the base root of your problem. You're holding it in your root chakra. So when you are actually balanced in your root chakra, you're feeling great. You feel trust. You trust yourself and others. You have healthy skepticism, and you feel like you have all you need to survive, because it is a survival, primitive color, and it's your primitive state in your body, your energy center. And the root chakra actually is energetically attached to the reproductive system, the kidneys, and like I said, it starts at the very base of your spine, at the bottom of your tailbone and everything, but obviously it comes through the front area, and energetically you can feel that. So when that chakra is blocked, you might be feeling that area is very tight and slow. You're not feeling very safe in this life. You might have money issues or feel like you just can't seem to get safe or ahead on things, and financially, that's kind of where a lot of that stems from too. You fear for your own safety. You feel like there's maybe bad entities around you. You don't really trust anyone. You don't have enough. It feels like you want more. You don't have enough. And there's just a lot of worry and concern, and again, fear within you because you're not feeling safe, because you're not grounded. So that's what it's like when it's actually blocked and stagnant. When it's overactive, it's quite the other way. And that means that it's actually too open and it's fast. So what's happening is the opposite. So now it's like you have too much, so you're hoarding. You're hoarding money, you're hoarding food. You feel like you need to have this food collection, like you're not feeling safe, and oh my gosh, I'm in complete survival mode. So it's like you've got a lot of you're not feeling secure, so within your body or any of your surroundings. And so now you're keeping things and you're holding on too tightly because you feel like you're going to lose it because it doesn't feel safe. So I've got to, keep this. And there's also a lot of jealousy if you're very jealous and possessive, and it's because you're not feeling very safe and in your body. So you're jealous of others also, maybe where you're projecting that you think that they have something better that you want or whatever. It's like this feeling of you need more. And it's a lot. Just talking it out sounds stressful when it's overactive because it doesn't feel safe. So we get to a state where when that's balanced, we actually just trust, and we trust in the divine, and we know that everything is going to be fine. You're feeling more grounded, and your energy is actually more calm too. You're not so sporadic and crazy. So we're gonna move on. Let's try and make this a quick thing. So the next chakra is going to be above the root chakra, and it is orange. And that area is a little bit above, more around the intestine area, merging into right below the belly button area. And so the sacral chakra is orange. I think I already said that. And the sacral chakra has the organs attached to it, which are energetically the bladder, the prostate, the ovaries, the kidneys, the gallbladder, the bowel, and the spleen. So I will touch base too on if you're having any cramping, or sometimes I know a lot of females, including myself, at times when I was having pain before I would balance my sacral chakra, that I would get cramps like in my ovary areas, and I'm like, I don't know what's happening. And sometimes my intestines would feel crampy or kind of like IBS symptoms. Not diagnosing or anything, I'm just stating my own experience. And I noticed that when I would clear that energy and open it up and let everything out to clear, not only was I feeling more flowy and powerful, and I had more vitality, and I felt happier, I noticed that a lot of those sharp pains started to dissipate. So energetically, these are affecting your body inside, all these organs as well, because again, everything is energy and vibration. I will be doing another video on that coming up soon. So we'll continue, but I just wanted to put that in there really quick while it was in the forefront of my mind. So the sacral chakra is orange, and when it's balanced and it's an even swirl, you're feeling like very passionate, and you have a lot of creativity, you're in your flow. And I do this because it's like, you got to move those hips, baby. You got to open those hips. And so this is your reproduction area and your sexuality. You're feeling super confident, and you got your root chakra all grounded. So now you move on up to the next, and you do that. And you actually feel, and this is for masculines and feminine, you just feel beautiful in everyday life, and you're happy. And again, you just have more energy, and you're feeling this flow state of, again, creativity. And however creativity is for you, just be it, do it. It's fun, it's light, and you just feel more like, oh man, life is just going. It feels really good right now. So when this chakra is blocked, you are slow and tight, and there's lack of energy, and you're feeling very slump. You kind of have a writer's block. I just don't want to even get out of bed. I don't even have the energy. You're also feeling like you don't have any inspiration. A lot of fear comes up with this one as well. And this one actually, because it is more of a sexual nature, you might be feeling unsafe in relationships or your sexuality with your partner, or just to even get out there and put yourself out there. So you're just kind of feeling restricted. When it's overactive, you are like overly passionate. You're like, YOLO, bro, like, holy crap. You do too much and you ignore life's responsibilities. You're possibly have a sex addiction, and it's like you're completely over the top with it, a lot of sexual partners and just completely over the top. So that's when that chakra is actually overactivated. So you're on high speed, and that too will also wear you out. Although you're feeling hyper extended and everything, the vitality is like more of what can I feel this void instead of having a healthy vitality of energy. So I hope that makes sense. If you have questions, always drop them in and I'll hook you up, whatever. I'll answer whatever you need as best as I can. So we will move on quickly to the solar plexus. So the solar plexus is like your gut. It is around the belly button and up here in this little area. And the solar plexus is your power center. So, and you think about your gut and your gut health, that has a lot to do. It's actually one of the main things that has a lot to do with everything that you do in daily life. So the solar plexus is yellow. Again, I'm probably repeating this, but I'm just going to get it out. The solar plexus is actually attached to your intestines, your pancreas, your liver, your bladder, your stomach, and your upper spine. It is also kind of ends right here below the rib cage in the center above your navel. And so when I'm trying to boost my confidence and I'm feeling a little bit insecure that day or whatever comes to me, I will actually practice thinking of the sun and the bright yellow colors and how happy and warm and powerful that makes me feel. And that kind of helps me to get out of that little like phase. So just a little tidbit. So it is your confidence, your self-motivation, your drive, your desire to go out and do things, your determination. So it's to accomplish and feel good about ourselves and who we actually are. And when it's balanced, you have a good sense of confidence. You're motivated, you do well at work, you follow through with the ideas, you just go for it. And you trust yourself fully, because the only one that's going to do this is you. So you've got to trust yourself. So if you're feeling like you're not maybe trusting yourself with, just doing it, or you're procrastinating, try working on your solar plexus and get that warrior power, and you'll bust right out of that. So you also start a project and you finish it. And you feel worthy of your accomplishments too. And you have to remember to do that for yourself and to tell yourself, like, holy moly, I did this. This is fantastic. And just reward yourself with positive affirmations. Build yourself up. So when it's actually blocked, you are totally put out. Like your fire, your flame is out. You have lower self-esteem. You're not feeling very confident. You're kind of like hunched over. You might have like stomach issues, or when you get around a crowd or you think about someone, you're just like, oh, I could just feel that here. And it just doesn't feel like you want to like lift up your chest and just be like, rah, powerful. Anyway, so it's just, you don't really know who you are. You're not very motivated to pursue your own dreams. You have ideas, but you tell yourself, I could never do that, or someone else has probably already thought of it, or, you know, it's just, instead of knowing that you have your own medicine, even if 10,000 other people have done it, you're the only one who's going to do it the way that you do it. And you're the only one with your voice and your blueprint. So just do it. Anyway, so that's when it's underactivated. So when it's actually overactivated, watch out. So when it's overactivated, your solar plexus, your inflated sense of confidence, highly arrogant, you have like this shit ton of pride that you can't let go of, you can't settle in, and you're right and everyone else is wrong and you know it all. And again, kind of like that arrogance and boasting, and you're a workaholic. It's like you're constantly hard. It's hard to admit. And you tie all of this into pride and self-confidence, and you just get really defensive if you're ever questioned about opinions or your expertise. Also, just if anyone even questions you about your knowledge or how do you know that or whatever, and they're just being curious and open, and you feel attacked and you're like, how dare you talk to me like this with your little pinky up while you drink your little tea. No judgment on people who drink their tea with the pinky up, but you know, we're attaching you to that. So and it's just, you think overly high of yourself to where, again, you're overstepping that line. They've made the line and you've like jumped over it with a pole, right? So, and you just tend to overwork everything. Everything's just too much. You're too much. You're hard to be around because you're just being a little arrogant. So usually when the solar plexus is overactivated, it's when you're just completely opposite of course, being insecure. So now you're overactivating it, and it's, yeah, again, balance for everything. So in everything, when you're overbalanced or you're stagnant, it is to ground and to allow it to come to a balance. On to the next. Heart chakra. So heart chakra, I mean, it is your heart, right? So, of course, it is right here in the center. And this is where you really, really want to attain to get to in life. Because when you're in your heart center, the magnet that it does when you're fully in it, the magnet of the power that it draws in the greatest things and greatest gifts in your life, can only be experienced. And I can talk about it as much as I want to, and if you've never felt that, you just truly don't understand, and that's okay. But I want to just boast about it because it is the most amazing feeling that you can ever get in this lifetime. So, heart chakra. And the heart chakra is green, but a lot of people also see it as pink as well. So however you want to see your heart chakra, do what you want. It's your life. So we will go on. So the heart is actually, the energy is the heart and the lungs. And when you're in your heart chakra, it is the center of the chest. So it is the realm of love. It's the realm of giving and receiving. It's behind the sternum, and it also helps to heal the deepest emotional wounds. When it's balanced, you're able to love people. You have healthy relationships. You're able to receive love. You could have a heartache, but you don't cling to it. You process it healthily, and you're very connected with empathy and compassion. You feel a sense of oneness and gentleness and, again, compassion. It brings you to your knees with joy and bliss when you're in your heart chakra, and everything starts to just flow into your life at a peaceful rate, and it just is joyful. So anyway, heart chakra. So when it's blocked, you're actually closed off. And again, everything is constricted and tight. You put up barriers. Usually a lot of people that have their shoulders down like this and they're kind of like hunched over a little bit, or they'll like cross their arms or do certain things to kind of block off that chest area. It's because they are afraid of being hurt. And so that energy, they want to protect it. And so it's like they guard it as much as they can. So the heart chakra is probably blocked and not wide open and able to feel that. You get into also, when it's blocked, it's like you get into relations with where you can't receive love because you're blocked off. So it's rejecting that. And you don't feel safe enough to give your heart. So you actually avoid relationships. You hold on to deep emotional wounds from the past and heartbreak, emotional wounds that it's like you need more space. You need more space from things, and it's like you go into the shell to protect yourself because you don't trust yourself with the heart and the love. So when it's overactivated, it's too open, it's too much energy. You're very quick to fall in love. You give your heart really quickly to everyone you meet. Everyone that you meet is the one. I'm not laughing. I'm just kind of like, I've been there. So it's reality and uncomfortable, but here I am. Who cares? Whatever. You learn and you grow. So it's like you are also very quick to get into any relationship, good or bad for us. There's lots of disappointments with this because you're just like, woo, willy-nilly. And it's just you're also like filled with lots of disappointments for always putting too much of your heart out there, because there has to be a balance as well. And doing that and it's overactivated is more of an attachment style type love, and just not, I don't want to even say guarding or protecting, because when you're in your heart chakra, everything just flows. You don't have to do anything for it to happen and flow to you. So sometimes you're in a little bit of a denial and you think it's love and it's not. So that's when your heart chakra is actually overactivated. So moving on, we are going to step up to the throat chakra. And of course, that is here, exactly where it says it is. So the throat chakra is blue, my favorite color. The throat chakra is actually the bronchial tubes, your vocal cords, the respiratory system, and all of your area of your mouth. So it's including like your tongue, your esophagus, all of that. So sometimes when you're not speaking your truth, or there's something that you want to say to someone and you've just been harboring it in your chest and you don't want to let that out because you have a story in your mind that you think it might offend or it's not going to come out. Again, we tell ourselves stories all the time of something that's going to happen in a certain way. And usually it's never happened in that way ever. And once you literally speak from your heart and out your throat chakra, you'll notice a clearing. But that's why they always say you have the lump in your throat. It's because you're not speaking your truth. And so it's the energy's getting stuck here and it feels like there's something there. That's the energy you're feeling there. So if you have any issues with any of the things that I said that's attached to the throat chakra, that's you that needs to clear that energy out of your throat and speak your truth more often and start practicing that and having boundaries. And when you do that, then that will all clear, and all of the issues and dis-ease that you're causing to all of these areas of your body will clear out and you'll get rid of that. So when it's balanced, it's actually easy for you to speak. You just are naturally compassionate with your words and you just speak your truth no matter what. So you express your thought and your opinions, not searching for the words because they just come naturally. You know exactly who you are. I love that. And you are the person that you are, and you're not afraid to show up as you are and who you are. And you're not afraid to set boundaries or say no. You don't overexert yourself. You just show up as you, and you just speak, and you share your authentic self to the world. And it's beautiful. So when it's blocked, when your throat chakra is blocked, you don't like to speak out at all. You won't speak up for yourself. You don't like public speaking. Your sense of authenticity is really actually hidden. You speak and do things to control the way others see you. You have lack of boundaries. You hide who you truly are from everyone. And you just say things to try and fit in. I know, I've been there. I'm still working on my throat chakra. So it's all learning and growing. But you hide things about yourself, and you think others will not like you or judge you. And so instead of just speaking up and being who you are and saying what you want to say, you suppress it. So again, it's like super, like I feel like I have a lump in my throat type of deal, and you're just kind of goes a little bit with the solar plexus, like power center and everything, because this, when we speak our words, we're speaking a language to the world, and it is like a spell. So even everything that you say out loud is a spell, and what you think and what you say becomes your reality. So you also have to be careful too on what you say. Again, I'm learning that one too. So when it's overactive, it's like you're constantly expressing your feelings, you're vomiting stuff. You cannot shut up, dude. Even when it's not requested, you force your truth onto others. You are overly extra about who you are. You're really proud of yourself. And again, I feel like this is also like kind of like teetering back and forth between the overactive solar plexus and the voice, because now you're like boasting, so now it's coming out and everything is like pat me on the back, but you're publicly doing this, and you're usually the loudest person in the room. It's like, everyone look at me, your laugh is obnoxious, and you're just always super loud all the time, and it's exhausting to people around you, which is fine. If this is who you are and who you want to be, you get to be whoever you want. But I'm just going over what it's like when it's overactive, because I've also been this obnoxious, hiding behind and pretending like I'm this loud, boisterous person when I'm actually pretty quiet. And just chill. So it was more of like a shield that I had when I was all boisterous and always loud and obnoxious. And a lot of people loved that about me growing up, and a lot of people hated that about me. But I was, trying to live life crazy with this loud, obnoxious, everyone knew Deanna was coming, and yeah, it's crazy. I had an overactive throat chakra. So you're just constantly overly proud of yourself, but it's more in an insecure voice. And you do this and it really shows lack of your self-confidence. It really does. Always having to speak and oversharing, and which is also a trauma response, right? So we can go into that another time. So it actually reduces your confidence when you're overly active. So enough about the throat chakra. Moving on to the next, third eye. And if you put a pole right between here, you will actually meet your pineal gland in the middle of your brain. So the third eye is the eyes, the pituitary gland, and the pineal gland, and your brain. Which is why when it's super activated, you can see without seeing, if that makes sense. So the third eye is more of an indigo color, merging the blue and the purple together. So it's like a darker blue. Sometimes when I'm in meditation or I'm just sitting in silence with my eyes closed and I really tap into my pineal gland, my third eye, I actually do see the color indigo. So it's pretty cool. So when this is actually located above the brow and in the center of your forehead, it is about yourself and intuition. So when it's balanced, you actually trust your gut. That is why you have to take care of your gut health, because this is your gut. It's your gut instinct, it's your gut feeling, but also this helps you to see through the veil. It helps you with your discernment. So it's your intuition about others and situations, your desire and your ability to meditate, and it's to sit with yourself in your inner world. You're very comfortable. You're comfortable with yourself and you're comfortable with others. And you can look within yourself. You feel very connected to your psychic abilities. And you're very intuitive about everything. And you can pick up on energies a lot better. Again, it's like your gut instinct. It's like, I totally know this is going to happen, and it happens, or you can just kind of read and feel the energy more. And again, this is your intuition. You're totally tapped in. Your pineal gland is activated. Sometimes I could feel vibrating in the back of my head when I'm doing readings for people, when my pineal gland is activated and channeling just starts happening and all these energies are talking to me, and I'm doing this reading, and just one thing after another, it's like it just starts to flow because that's open, that's activated, and here it is. So that's when it's balanced. When it's blocked, you're actually cut off from your intuition completely. You're not able to trust or listen to your gut or your voice. You just completely ignore it. You suppress it with other ways of coping, however you do that. You're always questioning, you're in doubt, you don't trust yourself or other people. It's like, should I go? I kind of feel like this is making me uncomfortable, but I'm gonna sit in it, even though your like body is screaming and your mind is saying, get out of this situation, but you're like, oh no, so you're not gonna trust it. That means your pineal gland and, well, your third eye is blocked. So you're pretty much not able to see. You might as well just go through blindly, close your ears, close your eyes, your sense of smell, all of that, just close it off, because that's exactly what it's like when it's completely shut down or blocked. And so it's like you also are not able to see red flags. You don't feel like you have or connect to your psychic abilities, or you might not even believe in psychic abilities, is because you're not experiencing it. And so because you're not able to experience it, you're like, oh, this is so fake, I can't believe it. It's because you're not trusting yourself and your own abilities. Everyone has this, you can do this. It's just you taking the time to do this for yourself. So you actually have all of the knowledge and know everything. And when you're tapped into your intuition, you can hear things and feel things and smell things and see things. And you are very in tune with your body. And so when you even ask yourself something about your body, you get the answer. And you can go to the doctor, you can go to a psychic, medium, whatever you want to go to. You have the own answers within you. And when you're balanced in your third eye, you already get the answers yourself. And they're always right because you know what's best for you. So when it's overactive, what happens is there's like this overabundance of psychic ability, but it's not in a grounded state. So it's too open, and the messages that are actually coming in, you're not able to separate that reality from daily life. And it's like it's overwhelming. You're having massively vivid dreams and daydreaming too much, but it's almost like you're always in a meditative state. So again, like you're not grounded. So it's almost like this psychosis phase where it's like you are trusting all of these messages that are coming in, but some of them are trickster messages. So it's not very balanced. And you're just like, yep, that's real. I see it, and you're just kind of all over the place. So it's like you're constantly going through this phase and you're not able to like slow down. Again, it's an overabundance of spirit. You just can't stop it from talking or coming through, or entities or energies and everything that you're feeling. It's like this freaking tornado of chaos of all these energies, and it's like you have no boundaries. So everything is just like, here I am keeping you up at night, and all these more vivid things are happening, but it's not on a balanced level. And so it needs to be balanced in order for you to truly know and ground yourself, to know your discernment and your intuition, instead of it being overbalanced where it's more like trauma responses and so much energy and everything coming in that you don't know what's real. So you have to ground yourself in those moments. Moving on. We're gonna go on to the last one, and it is the crown chakra. Tea, please. So, you are royalty. You are abundant. You are a king. You are a queen already. It's your innate gift. The crown chakra, that is actually attached to, I'm sorry, let's start with the color, purple. The crown chakra is purple. And like royalty, man, purple, royalty, it's beautiful. So it's actually attached to the spinal cord and the brain stem. So it's at the top of the head. It's actually where the baby soft spot is. And babies have cool little crowns. They're so cute. This is where you're connected to the divine, to God, to spirit, to whatever alien, whatever energy, whatever feeling. It's spirit. That's your crown chakra. When it's balanced, you're very comfortable with things that are greater than yourself. You accept that. You know it because you feel it and you've seen it. You are open and comfortable with spirituality. You have a sense of how spirituality actually supports you in your life. You're comfortable about death, afterlife. You don't feel stuck. You're able to cleanse your energy, and you're able to connect with energy work. And the crown chakra is also collective spiritual energy that comes into. So again, you kind of have to know a little bit of each one and balance in and out of how to use your third eye and discernment on the information you're given, asking questions to spirit, asking your higher self questions, whatever comes for you. Again, you know what's best for you, but also it is okay to ask outside of you for people in the spiritual realm. And again, use your discernment on when you're first starting to tap into this stuff. I say this stuff, but when you're awakening and you're centering into your body, because that's all that this is you purging the traumas in your life and settling into your body and removing the dis-ease in your body that you're causing your body because of overactivation or stagnancy of your energy centers in your body. So when it's blocked, you're very disconnected. Your lack of spiritual connection or aversity, you just don't believe in anything. You're super negative. You're just blocked. When it's overactivated, you actually are very spacey. You get dizzy quite a bit and you feel lightheaded quite a bit. It's like everything is out there from you instead of knowing that it's here in you. And so it's like you project everything outside of you and you're like, oh no, that's them doing that, or I don't believe in that shit. That's them. It's kind of a victim state. Also, you're like adrift and you prefer to like remain in a meditative state feeling way where it's like way too wide open and everything's pouring into you because it's overactivated. And so again, it's kind of like the overactivation of the third eye. You don't know what's what and what's coming in and what's going out and where I'm going. So instead of being in the meditative state and then coming out and going about your day, it's like you're trying to go to work, you're trying to live your life, but you're always in a meditative state. And again, it's like a feeling of hyper energy, overwhelming energy. You can't sit still. You're kind of like jarred all the time. And I feel like I'm shaky. And oh my God, did you hear that? Oh my God, are you seeing that? Like, oh shit, what is happening to me? Like, it's just, you're not grounded and you're not feeling very settled. And a lot is coming in and you just have no idea what's happening. And the person sitting in front of you is like just chilling and you're overactivated, like, anyway, so that's kind of, again, overactivation. I did want to touch really quick on, I'm going to wrap this up, but I wanted to touch really quick on the Kundalini, and I'm not going to go too much into it because I'll do more videos and we'll get into that later, but I just want to say the root, which is red, the sacral chakra, which is orange, and the solar plexus, which is yellow, is actually, there's like a line here. Let's pretend there's a line where all three chakras are on the bottom. What happens when you start to activate those and you activate your Kundalini, it's the two serpents, and they start at the base of your spine and then they go like this up your energy centers and they go up and out, okay? I'm talking this out loud because I've experienced this many times. And the way that I experience it, and I didn't know what it was at first, was when I started to heal and I activated the Kundalini, it's like I saw these snakes coming up and like they would stop at a certain chakra, and this is gonna sound violent, but for me, this is what it was. And they would like eat out like stagnant spots in the chakra. And every once in a while, and I can't try to make it happen because I just settle in and when it happens, and yeah, whatever. Anyway, so there'd be other times where I would see the serpents doing this and they would go all the way up and just burst through the crown chakra. And for me, those are like the most amazing meditations because that's when you're fully aligned and everything's flowing and life is just dandy and everything's centered and balanced and it's just fantastic. So what I learned though is in the lower chakras, the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus, again, like I said, there's a line like right here, visualize a line, and then everything else down here is actually where you are still trying to purge and heal through like your ego. You still have duality based awareness and you're in your matrix, right? Because the matrix is within you. You're holding the key behind the prison door that you've created for yourself. And it's like you have the key to get out of this matrix that everyone's always talking about, but you're the matrix. The jail cell or prison that you've created for yourself, the fucking door is unlocked and you still even have the key in case it's locked. All you have to do, bro, is just stick it through and be like, open out, but it's up to you. So when you start to activate those lower chakras, and this is why we recommend not spiritual skipping. You can watch my spiritual skipping video, by the way. Go in and like, share, subscribe, comment. When you subscribe, you're able to see more videos. I'm going to continue to do more videos throughout because my next videos are going to be about vibration and frequencies and how the chakra system correlates with that and where it's stuck in your body, and we'll just continue to progress in these videos. But back to the bottom chakras, where your spiritual skipping is usually when you're just focused on these ones up here and you're not grounded. And so when you activate your lower chakras, you're purging out and going through life and getting rid of the duality mindset and purging past life patterns, past life in even this lifetime patterns and programming that has happened to you since you were born, and just breaking out of all of that, breaking out of societal standards and coming into your full self and remembering who you are. You actually have to remove all of this programming of who you were taught to be or who you were told to be or who you thought you were, and get out of the lies and the stories. So when you do that and you activate all of those and that Kundalini awakens and you start to purge all of that, you start to then come into your heart chakra where there's oneness, it's love and peace. And until these are all dealt with down here, you may never feel what it feels like to be in the heart center. And a lot of people in this lifetime did not come to experience that. And you have to just let them be, because that's the experience they want to have. But if you're wanting to do this, you have to focus on breaking open and purging out all of that stuff out of your chakra system in order to fully know what it feels like to be in the heart center and to fully have that magnet of glorious abundance and love and oneness and peace in the heart. So that also correlates with the throat, right? Because you want to be in the heart and the throat, because this is actually where your throat chakra is open and you speak fearlessly with compassion. You're open to actually listening and hearing people. You're able to be present and you have a strong self-expression and you're just living in your truth, because it's amazing. I don't know. I don't have any more to say. So thank you for watching this video. Again, please hit the subscribe button so that when I do post more videos, I can just continue to go on. And if you want to learn more, again, if you have questions, comment, like, share. I think you're all beautiful. I appreciate you trusting me to just share the knowledge and experiences that I've had in this lifetime. And I'm gonna just keep growing and getting more knowledge and sharing my ways, and I hope they're helpful to you. So have a beautiful day, everyone. Thank you again.